Healthy Executives Club.
Hi, I know that losing weight can seem tough. Sometimes you may feel like you're doing everything right, yet still not getting results. And this may lead to frustration, loss of confidence, and reconsideration of things that you thought you figured out. There are only few things that I really hate, and one of them is when I see individuals that target vulnerable people, for example overweight or people with health issues, with aim of scamming them. In this video, I will tell you about most common mistakes that people make when trying to lose weight and how to overcome them, and not fall for BS marketing and shortcuts that are promising instant results, because you're frustrated with slow or no progress. Here we go. First and foremost, having realistic expectations. Setting goals and putting required amount of daily work is a great approach. Trouble is that sometimes we tend to set goals that are too high. Having unrealistic expectations can actually work against you. If you have a long way to go, give yourself enough time. Set micro goals and enjoy the process. You don't have to put additional pressure on yourself and be fit until some specific date or summer vacation. It's not make or break thing. Number 2. Only focusing on scale weight. It is very common to feel that you're not losing weight fast enough, despite sticking to your diet. Having that in mind, scale is just one tool that is used to track your progress. Here is the most important one. Tape measure. You have probably seen that two people with same height and weight can look very different, depending on body fat percentage or type of training or sport that they practice. Sometimes your waist may get smaller, but scale won't show that you're doing a great job. This is why tape measure is a better tool to use. First and best thing to measure during your fat loss journey is your waist. It is important to compare apples to apples, so you always measure your waist in the morning before breakfast. Number 3. Eating too many or too few calories. Calorie deficit is required for fat loss. This means that you need to burn more calories than you consume. Most of us have tendency to underestimate and underreport what we eat. So if you're not keeping track of what you eat and you don't look nutritional labels, there is a good chance that you will miss goal for specific day. 1 kilo of fat is around 7,700 calories. This means in order to burn 1 kilo of fat you need to have caloric deficit around 7,700 calories. Considering the daily average is somewhere from 1,800 to 2,400 calories, it takes some time to burn 1 kilo of fat. If you have more fat, the process is longer. On the other hand, decreasing your caloric intake too much can have also negative effect. So if you go low with calories one day, high with calories other day, and you don't have track about it, there is a good chance that you will not make significant progress. Number 4. Overestimating how much calories do you burn during exercise. There are studies that show an interesting fact. In one of those studies, people burned from 200 to 300 calories, and when they asked, they estimated that they have burned around 800 calories. As a result, they end up eating more. And it is very hard to calculate the exact amount calories used for specific workout, even with those smart wearables, watches, chest bands and so on. So have this in mind and fine-tune your caloric intake if it is necessary. Number 5. Choosing low-fat or diet foods. Processed low-fat or diet foods are presented as a great choice for diet, but actually they may have totally opposite effect. When fat is removed from these products, sugar is added to add taste. Low-fat fruit yogurt is a great example of this. It may be low in fat, but it is loaded with sugar. Rather than keeping you full, low-fat products will make you even hungrier. So you end up eating even more. Instead of low-fat diet foods, pick nutritiously rich, minimally processed foods. And that would be all for today's list. Tell me in comments, can you relate to some of the 5 things that I talked about today? Have a great and healthy day. Bye bye.